Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the hidden engines that power the entire world of crypto, nodes. You probably hear a lot about coins and chains, but here's the thing. Without nodes, absolutely none of it would even exist.
So this is the central puzzle, right? If you have digital money with no bank, no central company in charge, what stops it all from just falling apart? Who's keeping things safe and honest? Well, the answer isn't a who, it's a what. And it's thousands of these unsung heroes working 24/7 all across the globe. And they are called nodes. You can think of them as the literal building blocks of every single blockchain out there. So let's dive in. We're going to break down what these things are, what they actually do, and why they're the absolute heartbeat of any decentralized network.
All right, so first things first, what exactly is a node? If you strip away all the jargon and the technical talk, what are we really looking at here? A node is simply a computer. That's it. It could be a powerful, dedicated server, or it could just be a laptop running in someone's home office. The key is that it's participating in the network. It's a member of a huge global team, and its job is to help store, verify, and pass along information to keep the whole system honest and secure.
So every single node has three core jobs. First, it stores a copy of the blockchain, the entire history of every transaction. Second, it validates new transactions and blocks to make sure they're legitimate. It's kind of like a bouncer checking IDs at the door. And third, it constantly talks to all the other nodes, relaying information to make sure everyone is perfectly in sync. These three simple functions are what maintain the network's integrity.
And this is the magic of it all. The more nodes there are, the more decentralized and therefore more secure the network becomes. The strength of something like Bitcoin doesn't come from a big vault. It comes from having thousands of these nodes scattered all over the world. There's no single point of failure. You can't just shut it down.
Okay, but here's where it gets really interesting. Not all nodes are created equal. Just like any high-performing team, you've got different specialists for different jobs. So let's meet the team. First up, you have the full nodes. These are the absolute backbone of the network, the guardians. They download a complete copy of the entire blockchain, every block, every transaction from the very beginning, and they check it all themselves. They don't trust, they just verify. This makes them the gold standard for security. Next, you've got the bookkeepers. These are the mining or validator nodes. Their job is to actually write new pages in the ledger. They're the ones who gather up all the latest verified transactions, bundle them into a new block, and add it to the chain. Whether they do that through mining or staking depends on the blockchain, but the goal is the same: create the next block. And this gives you a great snapshot of the whole ecosystem. We've talked about full nodes, the guardians, and mining or validator nodes, the bookkeepers. But you've also got light nodes for things like your phone, archival nodes, which are like network historians for analytics, and even master nodes, which can handle special jobs like voting on network rules. Each one has a critical part to play. Okay, let's zoom in on the most common distinction you're going to run into, because it's a classic trade-off between pure power and everyday practicality. I'm talking about full nodes versus light nodes. As we said, full nodes give you the maximum possible security. You're not trusting anyone else to tell you the truth, you're verifying it all yourself. But that level of independence comes at a price. It requires a lot of storage, we're talking hundreds of gigabytes, and a good bit of processing power to keep up. On the other hand, light nodes are all about efficiency. This is what your crypto wallet on your phone uses. Obviously, your phone can't download the entire blockchain, so instead, it just downloads the essential pieces, the block headers, and then relies on full nodes to do the heavy lifting of verification for it. This table really makes that trade-off crystal clear. Full nodes, complete storage, independent verification, maximum security, but high resource use. They're the backbone. Light nodes, partial storage, they rely on others for verification, have moderate security but super low resource needs. They're perfect for everyday access. You really need both for a healthy, usable network. Okay, so let's bring it all home. How does this all actually work when you send or receive crypto? Why does all this technical stuff actually matter to you? Well, it's actually a pretty simple four-step dance. Step 1, you hit send and the transaction is broadcast to the network. Step 2, full nodes everywhere instantly check it to make sure you have the funds. Step 3, a mining or validator node bundles your transaction into a new block. And Step 4, that block gets added to the chain, and every node updates its records. That whole process, all powered by nodes, is what makes your transaction final and secure. No bank required. And this is so important to get. Nodes power way more than just payments. They are the engine behind the entire world of Web3.
They execute the smart contracts that make DeFi work. They provide the data for blockchain explorers. They enable governance votes. They can even track products in a supply chain. They are everywhere. And just to give you a sense of scale, right now, for Bitcoin alone, there are over 15,000 public full nodes operating. 15,000. Each one an independent guardian spread all over the world, securing the network together. That is the power of decentralization in action.
So the next time you hear about blockchain, I want you to remember the nodes, the silent, tireless workhorses doing all the heavy lifting. They are the true foundation. They built the decentralized web that we have today. The real question is, what are they going to build tomorrow? Because understanding them is the key to understanding our digital future.